Bob Cantrell was always helping someone. I suspect that every one of us in this room tonight was helped by him at some point in our lives. For the 38 years that I've been in this family, I can never imagine a time or see a time that he wasn't helping someone. And if you were a stranger, you weren't a stranger very long, and he reached out to help you. And towards the last years of both of their lives, Bob and Bonnie had a real keen interest in donating their bodies to science. And so after we said our last goodbyes to them, their bodies were transported up to the medical school here in Portland. And students right now are learning anatomy because of their donation, along with donations of many, many people. And we had a real pleasant surprise happen just a few short weeks ago. On the 11th of December, there was a memorial service that was sponsored by Oregon Health Science University, in which the donors and their families were honored. And during that service, many of the medical students who are learning about the human body were asked to contribute, either in spoken form or in written form. And I want to read a couple of excerpts for you today, just to make a very simple but obvious point to all of us. One student says, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to hold your heart in my hand, to learn from each of the organs and vessels that gave you life, to separate out each of the muscles that propelled your every step in this world. Learning from you has truly been a privilege, and I thank you for your most generous gift." Another student, "You were my patient, my first patient, and my best teachers. This relationship, unexplainable to most, unique in every way imaginable, will be something I will always cherish. In return for your gift, though it may pale in comparison, I gave you and will always give you my eternal gratitude and respect." It was my honor to know my first patient, who I called the good doctor. I shall never forget my experiences with him. My cadaver, my good doctor, will always be more than a specimen to me. He was my first patient as a physician, a professor of anatomy, a gift, a memory, an experience. To him, to his family, to all the donors and all the families, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And one last one. "It was with great apprehension that I approached your site on my first day of medical school. Overwhelmed by the task of learning the inner workings of the human anatomy, I silently asked you for your guidance, and you obliged in a way I never believed possible. As I held your fingers in my hands, staring wide-eyed at the traces of red polish gracing your nails, I could not help but wonder the food these fingers had prepared for adoring family members and friends. I thought of the comforting touch you provided for 89 years to those who loved. I contemplated how this nail polish reflected your personality. Were you independent and strong-willed? Were you caring and gracious? Were you quick-witted and light-hearted? While I will never know the joy you brought to those who knew you in life, I am certain of the unparalleled contribution that you made to my education and the education of my classmates. Your donation is one that will allow me to heal the injured, alleviate the pain of the sick, and give life back to those who are suffering. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your gift. Even in death, Bob and Bonnie both were always helping somebody, and we have all been touched